Kak. Aduh, mengira main hub. Ini loh. Ini lah, jam 4 ini kan? RRQ. Kalah sih pasti tapi ya. Tangan Genji, Cok. Sparrow siapa? Oh, teh betulnya ganti nickname. Sparrow. Soalnya go internasional ya. Ada, tapi stream starting. User. Ada? Ya. Lapar ya, bro. Astaga. Tidak mute. Ini kamu tuh ngomong di stream atau ngomong di Discord? Iya, maksudnya ini kayaknya nggak ada deh stream.
Iya, kelihatannya nggak ada.
Match found.
Oh, salah kabel, bro. Ntar. Turns out tadi salah kabel. Gitu aja kok. Apa. Tes. Oke, udah ada.
Nice, aku duelis. Tumben tuh, Rano duelis. Biasanya di lock.
Tes. Oke, mantap. Udah belum sih?
Ada.
Yuks.
cancel gitu ya.
Ah, di skip Vin.
Iya. Langsung lu tinggal.
Astaga, iya. Yuks. Yuks. Transaksiku di cancel.
Match found.
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl tuh yang mana?
Bilang
Kayak Omen kali ya.
ya.
Kalau nggak ada inisiator aku oke.
Oh,
Kamu
remeh.
aja. Enggak, kalau nggak ada baru aku.
Apa ya tapi ya?
Kayu aja.
I am the beginning. I am the end.
Kayak aja, kayak dai. Kayak dai aja, kayak dai.
Ini jadi no duelist. Beres. Rumah Hunter.
I know I am over there,
Ya, cepet.
but my mind rejects the thought.
Cepet tapi pingku
Does she
60 ya?
feel the same?
Kenapa?
Masuknya cepet tapi pingku 60.
Kok bisa?
Nggak ngerti. Apa nih?
Aku cek out Tokped dulu, beli beras. Karena berasnya habis.
Ono Bob kan lah nih streammu.
Oh iya,
Hello?
bentar kita baca chat dulu, teman-teman.
Hello.
Telat nggak bang? Nggak telat.
Pingku.
Pegawaimu gabut. Maaf.
I had
Mana?
to
Nggak
spike.
gabut ya udah. Bukan gabut, pendidikannya baru istirahat. Nanti dilanjut setelah tarawih. Pas tarawih dilanjut pendidikan. Overtime kita overtime sistemnya. Wah, nggak bisa ngeplan pak.
Spike down B.
Stage-nya 87.
Nggak bisa ngeplan pak. MB memang salahmu.
Reina killed.
Habibi, ayo ditunggu di rumah. Kau buka puasa di mana, Habibi? Karena mati kita baca-baca chat dulu. Enggak bang, nggak telat.
One enemy remaining.
Kamu nggak telat kamu.
All dead? I have more tests to run.
They think they know pain. They can't begin to comprehend
Terima
it.
kasih yang sudah menonton. Semoga kuat puasanya. Habibi hari ini puasa nggak Habibi?
Habibai.
Habibai. Menang gak ya? Gila menang. Menang guys.
Let's make them dance.
Kayak nih.
Alarm bot out.
Karena aku nanti malam tidak bisa main, aku main sekarang Habibi.
Shadows traveling.
Astaga, aku kaget. Aduh. Kita baca chat lagi. Belum ada lagi yang chat. Terima kasih kemarin lagi Pak Rizi yang membantu membayar listrik bagian bulan ini.
Here. Message there. Enemy spotted. A. Down. Grenade. Placing spotlight.
Flashbang.
Flashnya bagus banget.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
Dead.
Here. Healing you.
Suppressing.
Surrounded by minha família. We won't lose.
Mati nih.
Menang.
Networkku yang pakai banyak Google Chrome ya. Google Chrome.
Kamu minta pistol dong, ada nggak pistol? Nggak ada.
Tapain lo pistol.
Oh, gak ada habis aja. Kursiku kok nyangkut ya. Bentar.
Alarm bot out.
Aduh.
Here.
Haha, itu ngepik apa?
Enemy spotted A.
Chat lagi, belum ada chat. Buat yang sedang menonton, sedang berpuasa.
Waited kill.
Selamat berpuasa, semoga kalian diberkahi dan dirahmati. Semoga dengan menonton stream ini kalian mendapatkan malam Lailatul Qadar besok-besok.
Turret out.
Ente untuk Devin.
Masih nge-save tuh itu.
Player
Aduh.
standing.
1v2 situation adik-adik. Semoga bisa. Oke, kalah ronde ini kita nggak apa-apa. Oke, sekarang kita fokus.
Chrome-ku tuh udah ada sesuatu.
Terus memang berat bro.
Enggak, ini networknya jalan ya Chrome-nya, bukan
Ya di close aja.
7 MB per second. Enggak ada close ya. Apa coba?
Di sini siapa yang pakai Windows 11? Nggak penting tapi ya udah.
Fight. Here.
Suaraku gini jelas kan? Apa enggak?
Lagi nyoba untuk Chrome.
Kalau di sini tahu gitu tadi nggak omen bro. Agak. Kira tadi di pro.
Bomb buddy out. Wall raised.
Spike down B.
Aduh 70.
Have this fight.
Itu 70. Baru-baru.
Target sighted B.
Turret down.
Flashbang.
One enemy remaining.
Itu berantakan.
Last player standing.
Clutch.
Okay, Ray. Your pin shells, my fragments, maximum damage.
Dan bisnetnya berarti
Mana tuh kalau pakai. Nomor 1 Victory Royal.
We're not equal.
Right deployed. Shadows traveling. One suppressed.
Jajah ngobrol. Harus satu.
Cover going out. Throwing charge.
Flash bentar lah. Backside.
Ding ding ding. Aduh hilang bro.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
You want to dance?
Aduh pakai omen di sini susah. Tadi bukannya pro lah ini ya?
Dah, ini kan pro.
Hah? Kalau yang itu apa? Apa namanya? Yang bisa kita dibuka itu?
Lotus.
Oh iya, kirain tadi itu bro. Makanya aku minta kamu kayu.
Malah bilang aku bilang. Lotus kan
Elong ya?
sama T yang pantang.
Cover going out.
Kayaknya cukup sama Sage. Pada commit kan? Oh, nggak bisa mau masuk. Ada yang pick ya? Kiri. Kalau nggak
Oh,
kiri,
di
boleh
atas, di atas kanan ada tuh.
Cover going out.
Aduh 140 pin.
Spike down B.
Dan Reyna.
Placing
Udah chat
sentry.
lagi belum ada yang chat.
Welcome to my
Here.
world.
Musiknya nggak asik. Aku nyari musiknya.
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
I survived obliteration. I will survive them.
Time for a field test. There.
Kayak Viper.
Shadows traveling.
There.
Cover going out.
Pas lempar volley atas
Oh, di side. Nah, di kiri ada, bro.
dikit juga ada.
Ya. Mungkin hell. Apa nggak di wall dulu?
Planted.
Aduh, main di sini. Salah dong. Aduh, kena itu. Ayo.
Ayo.
Nice try.
Their tech is only as good as their skill. And there, they have some beats.
Whatever it takes.
Salah banget kata Om mungkin. Iya, Rob, ya, Rob. Belum mati lagi, kamu gak headshot ya?
Mereka player.
I got the spike.
Hal harusnya nggak ada.
Aduh.
Spike down B.
Aku ada Evan.
Planet sudah tuh.
Shadows traveling.
Here.
Aduh, pas nge-lag, bro.
Simply set the blood.
Mana sih anjing? Au.
Last player standing.
Finished.
Kenapa paling di situ sih?
One enemy remaining.
Got three.
Stick, bro.
Gol.
Kenapa palingnya di situ sih?
Aku yang nge-plan.
Apa yang ngalang-ngalang juga ya, bro?
I can hold an area pretty well myself. Make sure to cover the angles I can't.
Kill. Tak maju dong. Kalau jadi ngolah,
Can I get a drop?
kalau jadi ngolah guys.
Thanks.
Aku pakai plus banyak banget. Naik
Aku nggak pakai sih, aku ping.
Cover going out.
Here.
Ark kayak masuk. Ya Allah.
Blinding.
Masih ada webnya juga ya.
di atas,
Kejarmu ya?
di belakang di ya kiri orang nggak kelihatan. Susahnya game ini ya.
There.
For you.
Siapa nih?
Siapa nih?
Rembes
You will not kill my That's
One enemy remaining.
Masih nonton
Oh, Rembes. ICT.
Ayo nonton boleh bisa.
Ayo, sempat kan? Apa ini udah?
oh terus 35 detik
good. One step
Ke,
closer to
sambat,
being
sambat,
back in
sambat.
pajamas.
Paling masih anu sih.
Masih ngomong.
Bacot dulu.
Siapa lawan siapa sih?
Hierarki anu Genji.
RRQ cash anu kabeh full Indonesia betul.
4
Ora.
orang, 3 orang ya, 3 orang.
3 Indo, 3 Filipina.
Iya.
You want to play? Let's play.
Tuh, jangan di pick, udah tahu, jangan di pick.
Here.
Shadows traveling.
Sama di pick.
Cover going out.
Got one.
Suppressing. Reloading.
Satchel out.
One enemy remaining.
Lihat, kalau nggak salah ambil dari suaranya, bukan?
Stealing sight.
Terus
Thought
pertama.
you could escape my nightmare.
Anyone have any splints? I may have downed my fingers. Multiple fingers.
Ih, kameranya rusak. Lalu.
I will be their nightmare. Shadows traveling.
Flash coba deh.
Flashbang.
Belum ya.
Depan tiang deh itu.
Tuh, akan.
Hit 20 doang.
Suppressing.
Ada yang dalam.
Sini sini.
Aih. Udah ngeplan kak,
Last player standing.
Ini tuh sih sampah.
Aku lebih sama bro. Lihatlah statistikku.
Nah, KP sadis.
Last round before the switch.
Last round to use our creds and abilities.
Don't waste firepower.
Placing alarm bot. Alarm bot out. Thank you.
Bisa deket.
Don't worry, I'll keep the course. Cover going out. Too suppressed. Flash.
Ada ini juga.
Ayah, pelanjur
Empat orang. Ada 4 orang bro.
masuk side aku. Kiri satu tadi sekarang. Iya, Allah saja. Dia mau rekor sama. Saya mau diwantai bro. Di kiri ada Evan. Di kiri ada. Gila.
Satu lagi.
Gila.
Side yang kita datangin masih rame ya.
Switching sides.
Belum bisa baca aja.
Wait until I blind them to strike.
Jenwong papat cok, kena pisau 2. Dalamnya ada 2.
Ping satu ya.
Cover going out.
Banyak. Kena lagi aku. Langsung aja deh dulu deh.
Cover going out.
One enemy remaining.
Tok.
Ay.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm
Ay,
grenade out.
ay. Ay, no.
Player standing.
Hampir.
I'm still here, amigo.
Dan nge-invade sak badan sak.
Once more in
Sama, bro.
Liane Reina.
I'm not. Hey, nice work.
Oh, tadi ngeding dus. Ini
begins.
Ini ada.
Shadows traveling.
Dia punya Spectre, cok.
Shadows traveling.
Arah archer.
One enemy remaining.
Lasar.
Spike spotted mid.
I'll survive a day or two. Can't say the same for you fragile ones.
Ngantuk.
Can I get this? Thanks. Can someone get this? Got here. Thanks. Hello. Thank you. Turret out.
Di wall ya, midnya. Midnya ada wall.
There.
Mungkin dia kayak grimball.
Aku mundur deh, karena nggak bisa bawa cover. Terus saya cek apa aku.
Multiple. Turret down.
Cover going out. Here. Cover going out.
Rotot ya mereka ya.
Reloading.
Iya, rotot anjir. Aneh banget.
Shadows traveling.
Spike down A.
Feeling sight.
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
Wah, 104 feet.
Kuning.
Let's make a play. Then
Baru kill
execute.
satu sih aku. Hai.
Turret out.
Clear to engage. Weapons hot.
There.
Tiba dia.
Ah, gitu
Sniper
loh
ya.
dari tadi. Bahkan ada bomnya di mid. Bomnya di mid, komandan.
Shadows traveling.
Weapons here.
Sorry banget. Lo temen-temen ini. Aduh. Teman-teman koh.
Spike planted.
Shutting them down.
Last player standing.
Taruh Devin. Apa?
I'll make them remember. They're only human.
You want to play? Let's play.
Cover going out.
Help.
Cover going out.
Gimana bro?
Satu mid, lainnya push.
There.
Shadows traveling.
Oh, midnya masih ada tuh. Window.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Where are we going this time? Remember what worked in the past.
Porak-poranda. Aku porak-poranda.
Claw through them. Unsuppressed. Shadows traveling.
Sekarang dari ini kan.
Cover going out. I can do this. Ult's ready.
One enemy remaining.
Itu kepala. Nice.
You said something? Sorry. Here's still.
Iya, ini habisnya kita mau nonton RRQ.
Hierarchy.
Snuff them out. Shadows traveling.
Kita jebol terus ya.
Shadows traveling.
Kamu set B dulu deh kan. Aku
Ngambil mid.
dulu kan. Lah udah nyampe situ.
Last player
Kan
standing.
kelihatan kepalanya.
Target 86.
Spike planted.
Ada tadi di sini satu. Oh, itu harus satu. Wah,
Suppress it. One suppressed. Flash. Flashbang.
woi.
Match point.
Trust my boss. The only malfunction that runs.
Here.
Time's out.
I need to blow something up.
nonton aja, nonton.
Attackers win.
Udah mulai.
Udah. Permission dulu. Das.
Sing wis balik siapa ya?
Apa?
Kontraan.
Ceki emang nggak berangkat, lebih ke nggak berangkat
Oh.
emang dia.
Plus Kara.
Ini best of 3 ya berarti.
Erika.
Ada Q lawan siapa?
Genji.
Nek didelok menang ngerti gue.
Genji.
Hierarki jelas juara terakhir.
RR kira mungkin menang.
Wis yakin, sak yakin-yakin ya. Masih bacot kok.
Nek sik saka Indonesia gue RR dok.
Lainnya mecah. Kayak satu orang di tim India, satu orang di 2 orang di PRX yang kemarin tuh.
Oh iya. PRX
Force.
ini harus wong Indonesia. Sopo?
2 orang. First Second sama Main Freak.
Oh, for second ini wong Indo.
Indo. Kui RRQ. Di Global Esport tuh India ada 1. Wis ketok ya. Jadi wong piro? Orang 6. Ada 6 orang. Sedikit bacot.
Skin glue-nya tanggal 4 sesuk Vin.
Glue.
Sing tak.
Oh, sing ambek lah. Fokus gacha aja.
Aku sing sesuk lah sik gacha.
Mana LRQ mana?
Urung.
Valorant.
Iritel untuk collab skin nih. Apa ya?
Yang ini, Bang.
There,
Yang girl band itu,
Flips
Bang.
jeder.
play,
Flips jeder.
Masuk girl band numpak singo tuh.
Seperti, Bro.
I was casting it, in fact.
No, yeah, you were right there. Tell us.
Oh, yeah, I did
Tell us all
start
about
right.
them.
Yeah, so RRQ, they come into this one, you know,
Masih ono skin anyar lho Chinese Zodiac.
kabeh zodiak sikat sesono
cross
beton
it's
barang.
not all just, you know,
Ini
players
edit
trying to
edit
outdo Messi.
Starlight ada gameplaynya.
You know, players that are on this
Jelas.
lineup.
Biasa aja sih tapi
Iya.
tapi ya wes daripada nanti skin.
Cyclops collector ya.
I
Wih.
had a block in and probably
Sik anu toh, sik ditanduk toh.
Ya kayak
Siapa itu?
Oke.
Halo.
Kerja apa, Ki?
Ini lagi meh gawe surat sakit sih.
GPX lawan EVOS Win.
Man.
Iki MDL.
MDL. Pindah live Resident Evil ya. Bola.
the map here. here for Footballists by just simply utilizing Prowlers and Haunts.
Nonton
Was
saya
great
di
to
Valorant.
see. They were really confusing the ever-loving hell out of Footballists, and they weren't really sure where they were going to go. As we got into the second half of that map, that's when things started getting weird. And we saw Flipshider doing some very bizarre things, rushing over towards B main on the defending side and just kind of getting picked off. Some wonky things happened. So I'm hoping that all of that is going to be rectified and that we see some cleaner gameplay from them.
But I mean, it was a close game. What was it that brought them a little bit closer to almost winning that round?
I think that they just found some more comfort when it went down to Pearl. It seemed like as well, whenever you have these rookies and they have their first exposure, being out on a stage, having that crowd in front of them, there's always going to be jitters. A couple players, we've seen them, thrive in that environment. Talon is another team that comes to mind, what with Garnets as well as Jit Boys, who just looked like they were doing incredibly well because they were also taking down a hometown team. But I think that pressure kind of got to these guys a little bit. And then once they had gotten past that first map, they lost on their map pick. They said, okay, you know what? Now we got that one out of the way. Let's focus up. Let's try to play this out. And they were doing a damn good job of it until, I think, again, the jitters might have crept back in as the game got closer and closer. And they said, oh, you know what? I think we're going to be able to take it. I think they just cracked a little bit too much, and then things fell apart.
Yeah, I think they also had a pretty strong matchup in the first round of lock-in as well. Like we were saying, that's a great team from Turkey over there. Like, to go down 2-0, a lot of those nerves were pretty apparent in the first map. I'm a little bit worried for them in this first matchup against Genji because, again, you're in a new place, right? You're playing on a stage, a new stage. You're playing up against a really strong team. So maybe some of those nerves might come into map 1, but I hope they kind of like settle down and show their real gameplay because their second map, especially Amon, I was really impressed by him. Like I really want to see more of his play. So I want to see them really pop off here against Genji and try to settle things down for game 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of question marks here, but let's talk about some of their key players. Who are the key players, and what should we be looking out for?
King is, we already had to mention him because it's hard not to, right? He is kind of he was kind of the carry. You can see he has some really nice numbers so far, and yeah, he's just really settled into this roster. I feel like even though he's not the IGL, he's kind of a de facto leader just based on some of the rosters he's been on and his ability to play the game and to carry, right? So he would be the main guy to look for on the side of Genji.
Yeah, I mean, again, like with King, there was a dip when he was on Slayers. We weren't seeing the same impact from him. I mean, if you think back to the Vision Strikers era, when he kind of first came into the fold, he was just so incredible at being a side anchor. You couldn't really, if you found out like, oh, King has his killjoy set up here, we should just go to the other side. There's no way in hell that we're going to be able to break through. And it was great to see him be able to get back into that groove. So to see King continue to perform, to expand his agent pool more and more as time has gone on, that is utterly great because he always kind of needed to be the person that could pick up Chamber, but he's never been an op player, and he just didn't really fit that role. It didn't fit his style, so that really kind of hamstrung Onslayers in what they could do, and then they just kind of continued to fall further and further behind the meta. That's why we saw teams like Maru be able to overtake them and find their way into that Stage 2 final. So I think that King right now, he's looking like he's thriving under the coaching of Bile. So I'm hoping that is on the other side, though, Zephyro, the reason why he's selected, because I mean, you're talking about Emin for RRQ, he did definitely have the most impact. He also showed us our first Reyna that we had over at Lock-In, kind of completing the checklist of all agents played at that point. He's an incredible player in his own right, but for me, it's got to be about Zephyro because he was the one who was leading the charge when they took that map off of Optic back in Champions. Obviously, a team that went on to be in the grand final, that pushed loud to the limit, that was battling for that championship. It was all on the back of Zephyro, then Tebatal. So I need to see him level up, because it feels like if he is not performing at that level, then the rest of the team is going to suffer. Evan can be a standout player, but unfortunately, he cannot just solo carry the game. So I'm looking to see a level up in performance from this team captain in order to guide them to victory here versus Genji.
So, I mean, both of them are longtime vets, ultimately, and I think we have a lot of experience on both of these teams. With that, what do you guys expect? What is the outcome today?
Do we just throw it right out there? I think maybe we should.
Roll the graphics.
Yeah.
Put it out there.
Put it up. And you'll note that one of these is not like the others. I feel like Victoria, actually, you should be the first one to defend yourself because, you know.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, I'm a big fan of unpredictability, and I think at this stage, you know how DCT has evolved through the years. I think because we don't know what to expect from RRQ, I'm hoping they have something in their back pocket. They just like juiced up on Indomie, and they're just gonna steamroll it. Like that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's how about you guys?
I mean,
you guys clearly big Gen G fans.
Enough.
I guess you kind of explained.
It's you know, just to back you up a little bit, it is the first match of a new tournament, and who knows, you know, like a couple of new players in the roster for Gen G. Maybe they mix some things up, and the comms aren't quite there. Maybe RRQ, it's their time to strike, but. As is apparent with our predictions, Gen G definitely on paper the favorites, just based on their results, based on their play that we have seen before. It just kind of speaks for itself for me. What do you think, Achilles?
Yeah, I mean, just given what we saw, given the way that Loud was able to play, or that Gen G was able to play against Loud at Lock-In, you kind of have to go for them. It's the same reasoning that I went with, you know, for Talon over Secret yesterday. The eye test was there when it came down to those most recent performances. So I think that I just have to go with them. RRQ, I had predicted them to go, you know, against Footballs. I thought maybe they were going to be able to get that upset over at Lock-In. But I do think that the nerves kind of shattered them a little bit in that series. But now they've had more time, and it's this continued story of a little bit of extra time. How much growth can you have? We've seen it with T1. We've seen it with Detonation. Now we're looking to see it with RRQ. I will say, like, one of the biggest things that RRQ has done was get out here early and get things set up for the team so that when the players arrived, the facility was already taken care of. They didn't have to do any last-minute prep. They could immediately just dive into getting ready for this opening series. We heard from Secret yesterday. They really only had like 5 days to get prepared for that. And that's an incredible turnaround from them. So again, big ups to everybody on that coaching staff and on the team to have that great performance after not many days of practicing. But RRQ, they've been in it for way longer. The coaches were out here prior to, the ownership rather, was out here prior to Lock-In, getting their team house set up, getting PCs installed. So as soon as the players arrived, all amenities taken care of. They're in a fantastic area of town, great food options, so they can get things that are going to be comfort food for them. There's multicultural area, and you know, they have a really nice team house with top of the line PCs and equipment. So I think that if they can really utilize it, that they've been making good use of their time since they got out here. They may just shock us. And this is the time, as you were saying. It's an opening match, brand new tournament. Gen G and all the likes of it, probably you're going to be coming into this not having that high of expectation. They're going to disrespect their opponents or necessarily, you know, goof around in the lobby, but they might underestimate them slightly. And that's when you can